Hey guys, Real Estate 101. I want to just drop in and make a quick video for this week. This week we're going to talk about 3 tips on finding the best deal, finding the best property, and just making a bunch of money in this business. Okay, let's get right into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to start at is a good deal, finding a good deal. Normally, I buy all of my properties off the MLS. A lot of y'all probably don't know this, but I'm a licensed real estate broker. I took the test, passed it. I studied for about 6 months, and I did really well. I test really well. So I have access to the MLS. So I have access to all the properties that come on the market in Chicago, Illinois, so anywhere in Illinois, really. But I buy all of my properties in Chicago. Every property that I own is in the city of Chicago. That's for a reason. Properties in Chicago, normally the taxes are really cheap, especially the areas that I buy in. I like to buy in C neighborhoods. A C neighborhood is not a neighborhood that's like a multi-million-dollar neighborhood, but it's not at the bottom of the bottom either. The C neighborhood is like right in the middle. People are comfortable with moving their families there. They're comfortable with living there, going to work, coming home, and chilling out in the house. Nobody's hanging on the block. It's not gunshots ringing out on the block. And yeah, that's really why I like to buy my properties in neighborhoods like that. See areas. Let's go into a good deal. For me, a good deal is a property that is normally priced under $100,000. If it's a single family home, it has 5 bedrooms or more. If it's a 2-flat, it has 3 apartments on each floor. 3 apartments on the first floor, 3 apartments on the second floor. If it's a great property, it also has a basement apartment where I can actually get money for that too. What I'm looking for is the most money for my units. That's what I'm looking for. Let me give you an example. When I say 5 bedrooms, I know that with Section 8, I can get $2,900 a month for 5-bedroom homes. Now, when we say for a 2-flat and it has 3 apartments upstairs, 3 apartments downstairs, and maybe 2 down in the basement, for 3 bedrooms, I'm going to get $2,000 per apartment. So that's $4,000 right there. Then we count the 2-bedroom down in the basement. That's another $1,700 right there. So what's that? $5,700 a month. I try to stay away from properties that only have like 2 apart. If it's a 2-flat, I really don't want to look at anything that has 2 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms on the first floor, 2 bedrooms on the second floor. I might look at something with 3 bedrooms on the first floor and 2 bedrooms on the second floor. But if it's just 2 and 2, that's probably not a good deal for me. I'm looking for whatever's going to make me the most money. I'm doing this to make money. I'm not doing this just to say, hey, I do real estate, hey, I buy property. It's a lot of people who do that. A lot of people who own real estate and they're not really making any money. After they pay their mortgage, they're left with like maybe $200. I don't do that. If for a 2-flat, if I can't walk away with at least $2,000 to $2,500 a month after I pay my mortgage, the deal is really not worth it for me. You know what I'm saying? What I'm doing is every year I'm trying to add an extra $10,000 a month to my income. I want you guys to understand what I'm doing. Every year I'm trying to add an extra $10,000, $10,000 to $15,000 a month to what I already have coming in after I pay my mortgage. This is after I pay my mortgage. So think about it like this. Okay. Within the last 3 years, I was able to bring in, let's just say $10,000. $10,000 in 2022. I added another $10,000 in 23. I added another $10,000 in 24, and hoping to add another $10,000 in 25. What's that? That's $40,000 that I've just generated. That's $40,000 that I just generated within the last 4 years. We're not even going to count 21 in 2020, 2019, 2018, and all the years previous. That's a little bit going into my mindset of how I think. So in another, let's just say in 2030, and say for instance, that's a 10-year time span, we're going to be looking at like maybe $100,000 every month coming in. Maybe more, probably more. Most likely it's going to be more. But that's what we're doing. That's how I'm thinking. That's how I'm thinking. Between $10,000 to $15,000 every year. I want to add into what I already got coming in. You got it? Good. Let's move on. We're still on good deal. I'm looking for properties that don't need a whole bunch of work. When I'm doing my rentals, I'm not looking for no properties that needs full gut rehabs. I'm looking for properties that are like cosmetic. I can go in here and we may have to do some electrical. We may have to put in a new furnace. We're gonna paint. We're gonna do some kitchens, some bathrooms, put some flooring down. We're gonna get out of here. I'm not trying to, I try not to buy properties where I have to do windows. I try not to buy properties where I have to do new siding. I try not to buy properties where I have to tuck point the whole building and do a whole roof tear off. I'm trying to do properties that need really, really minimum amounts of work. Not properties that need a bunch of work. I don't like those kind of properties. It's too much. I want to get in, get out within a month or two, get my money out, move on to the next property. What that does for me is it keeps my costs down, number one. Number two, it gets me my money way fast. I put my money in my pocket way faster. I put tenants in it, get it to cash flowing. Okay? We're moving along. Good neighborhoods. I want to make sure that all my properties are in good neighborhoods. Now, Chicago is block for block. So you might be on one block, it might look like it's trapped out. Grass ain't growing. People got sheets up to the window, but then you go to the next block, everybody grass is cut, it's manicured, ain't nobody hanging out. It's like that in Chicago. So I'm from the city. I'm from Chicago. So what I normally do is I normally just drive around. I'll go sit on the block for a little while. Normally I can sit on the block for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes and tell if it's a good block or a bad block. I could just ride past, look at the houses, look how the houses are upkept, see ain't nobody standing outside, see ain't nobody hanging out, and I'll be able to determine if it's a good block or not. So I'm looking for good neighborhoods because people like to move in good neighborhoods. I try to think like this: would I live here? Would I move my family here? If it's one of those neighborhoods where I'm like, damn, well, if I was just a regular guy who was working, let's just say I was a manager at Target, and I had a little family, would I be okay with moving my family here? That's how I think about it. I always put myself in the shoes. Would I live in this house? As far as the house, as far as the neighborhood, will I live here? So that's how I determine that. And the last but not least, I look for lots of equity. I look for properties with lots of equity. The last one that I just told you guys about is a property that I just got. It's in New City, and I got that place for like $135,000. It's gonna appraise for like $335,000. It's like it's over $100,000 worth of equity that I can pull out. If the deal doesn't make sense, if the deal doesn't have equity, I'm probably not going to buy it. I'm probably not going to buy it because I like to pull money out of these properties. I'm not doing any flipping right now, so when I pull this money out of these properties, I'm keeping that money. If I pull out $120,000, I'm going to keep that $120,000. I no longer have to use the money to buy my next property. That's what I used to do. I used to use that money that I pull out to buy my next property. I no longer have to do that anymore. So I'm looking for properties that have a bunch of equity. The least amount of equity that I'm looking for in a property that I'm able to pull out, the least amount, it got to be at least $50,000 in it. If it's $20,000 or $30,000, yeah, probably not going to grab that one unless it's a property that doesn't need any work at all. We're probably going to go in here and not even paint. I'm just going to buy it and then just turn around and refinance it, and it's going to appraise out for more money. A property like that, I'll take it. Especially if it's like a property that's going to cash flow really, really well, I'll take it because I have bought properties like that in the past. But if I got to do any kind of work to it, $50,000 is the minimum that I'm willing to go. I'm looking for $50,000, $60,000, $80,000, $100,000, $120,000, $150,000 worth of equity. That's what I'm looking for when I go into these properties. I'm not $10,000, $20,000. It costs $10,000, $15,000 in closing costs. What am I going to do with that? Walk away with nothing? That's not going to work for me. So I look for properties with a bunch of equity. Before I even go look at the property, I'm over there running. I'm at home running the numbers. I'm going to look at a property today. I'm going to look at a new property today that just came on the market, and the equity is absolutely there. They're asking like $75,000 for the property. I'm probably going to offer like $65,000. I know that the property will appraise out for like $320,000, $330,000. If I like it, I'll take it. If not, I'll just leave it. But that's just gives you an idea on what I'm looking for. You understand what I mean? The course is going to be up within the next 30 days. It should have been up, but I've been just like really I've been focused on other things. Things are pulling me every which way, but I'm just gonna hunker down this month and just focus on just getting everything done with it. And I'm looking forward to teaching you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on these calls and showing you guys how to get this money and make millions. It's 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 really easy if you have somebody who's coaching you along the way and holding your hand along the way and showing you everything to do. And that's going to be me. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to be your tour guide on how to get this money, how to buy these properties, how to get in and out, how to do the refinance, to pull the money out, the companies to go to get the funding, everything, the materials that I buy, how I look at properties. I have videos which basically showing you what I'm looking at when I'm looking at these properties online before I even go and visit them. I'm showing you what I'm looking at, things that I'm looking at, the prices, the condition of the home, everything. And I've been doing this for over 20 years. It's probably been like maybe 25 years now that I've been doing this, and I'm really, really good and really successful at what I do. I could do this with my eyes closed. I'll see you guys on the next video. I want you guys to like and subscribe. The people who's on Facebook, go over to the YouTube page, click the link in my bio, and go over to YouTube page, like, subscribe, and go watch all the videos. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.